There's a challenge to Utah's clerical law. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints claims in some instances church leaders don't have to report crimes of child sex abuse. The Utah Supreme Court heard arguments about this case, and ABC4's Marcos Ortiz was there. Marcos, what's it all about?
Well, this 14-year-old girl, at the time, she was only 14-year-old, confided in her LDS bishop that she had been sexually abused. Now, by law, he's supposed to report this crime to law enforcement, but he failed to do so. Now, today, before the U.S. Supreme Court, attorneys for the LDS Church claim that the First Amendment protects this LDS bishop from reporting. She's a mother now, but as a 14-year-old, Karina Menlove was charged with child abuse murder. She gave birth to a stillborn baby at the family's Sandy home, but hid the fetus. She pleaded guilty, but the case was later overturned. Back then, she turned to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints helpline. She met with her LDS bishop to report the sex abuse case, which she claims led to her pregnancy.
That was not sitting there as a discussion for confession. That was make it stop. And he chose not to report it.
Menlove says another teen, who is now a sheriff deputy, abused her. He never faced charges, but paid damages in a civil suit. Now, Menlove's family is seeking justice against the LDS bishop and the church for failing to report the sex abuse in the first place.
No one was ever held criminally accountable for anything except Karina for being a victim.
In front of the Utah Supreme Court, attorneys for the church claim the First Amendment protects the bishop because he's offering spiritual guidance. But Menlove's attorney says Utah's law requiring clergy to report sex abuse crimes against children is at stake, and Menlove knows she's a test case.
If I have to be the guinea pig, why not? We're at the Utah Supreme Court. Let's make a difference in the world. Let's make this right.
Now, afterwards, attorneys for the LDS Church refused to talk publicly about this case. Now, we won't have an answer from the Utah Supreme Court for another 3 months, and we'll keep following this story. In Salt Lake City, Marcos Ortiz, ABC4 News.